Is Broadhurst, is he extracting the most value here, playing it this way?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't mind his bet so much this time with the ace-10-10 board, but I didn't like it last time.
Because he can only get called if he's in trouble in the ace-4.
Right. Is Fraser contemplating a...
20,000.
Wow, he raised 10.
Cool.
Broadhurst called right away. Now Fraser knows he's in trouble.
Right. It's just a question if he wants to keep representing. How does he feel about it?
There's a king, which is a good card for Broadhurst because now he can tie ace-queen. Look at this.
20,000.
He led right out after being raised on the flop. You know what? If he could see Fraser's whole cards, then he might have made a good bet because he doesn't want him to hit the free 4. But I'm surprised he'd fire right out because...
I mean, with a lot of players, Phil, you know, you'd look at that bet and you'd say, well, that's the last money he's putting in. If I raise them all in, he has to fold. But I don't know with Broadhurst. I mean, you have to be really sure about your man there to make that move.
You have to be really sure about your man. That's exactly right. I mean, just fired 20 dimes right out after being popped on the flop. I mean, when it comes ace-10-10 and you've been popped and someone's called a pot-sized raise, he could easily have ace-queen, ace-king, or some kind of a 10 in his hand.
Right.
To fire out in this spot is, you know, I mean, as it turns out, if he could see Fraser's hand, it's a great move, but it's just too aggressive for me.
No, I cannot believe it.
Oh my God. Talk about this is exciting to watch.
He wants to do it, doesn't he?
He wants to shove, man. He wants to shove. And I think he wins if he shoves.
No way.
But that is just so aggressive.
It's sideways. It's gone sideways a couple times now.
Oh, if I'm wrong, I'm out.
Oh, that was a bad thing to say.
10?
Now,
What is going through Dave's head right now? Fold. Please fold.
I'll pass my ace-king. You show me the 10.
Yes.
That's it.
You ain't got a 10?
Ace king.
ace king.
Nice check.
Strong.
Well, he passed, but he got to see Dave Broadhurst's hand.
I'm not 100% sure if he moves in, he's going to win that pot either.
I don't know. You know, they call Dave Broadhurst Steelman. You don't call a man Steelman because he passes top pair. Steelman. The first level's over. Ellis has been in 43% of the pots. And Broadhurst and Buffenberger, the top two, they've been the guys who have actually shown the least fear.
Boy, let me tell you something. When you're on stage and the world's watching, and you know, and you're down to like 40 or 50,000, and everybody else has 150,000, it's very frustrating.
Is he going to pull the trigger?
But you have to dig deep and
Raise to 15,000.
I've got more chips, boys.
Pass.
This is the alternate route here for Burgess, and
here comes Ellis again. Ellis has been very lucky.
I think it's 44. I think it was 59 in total.
But good for Burgess. He only opened for 15,000. He left himself a side door.
I mean, Phil, we know that obviously...
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Now, Ellis is sitting there with ace-queen, right? And he's thinking, this guy's moved in, and now only opened for 15. So something, you know, I mean, Ellis might believe that Burgess has a hand. And what I like is Ellis is studying Burgess. And he's making his decision based on what he sees. Because the 15 seems a little bit like Burgess might have a strong hand. Because it's been all and all and all of a sudden just 15.
Call. Pass.
Yep, and he slowed, and because of that, Ellis just called with ace-queen. So obviously a queen is a disaster for Burgess. Queen comes, see you later.
But it is kind of a halfway decision. Is that all right because he's in position? Because he feels he can play well on the flop?
Well, I mean that's you know, Burgess made him do that because Burgess, you know, with this weird 15K, Ellis is worried. So Burgess is actually in good position here if he has the heart to bet at the flop.
Check.
See, now he's left the door open for Ellis to bet 10, 12,000 and just win the pot.
Right.
30.
30,000.
That's a lot more than 10 or 12.
Pass.
Wow.
Nine's a good night.
You had your...
So again, Ellis is the most unpredictable player.
9.
Ace king, yeah?
Yeah, my feet is right.
I like to tell a story of me at the World Series of Poker playing against, you know, Marcel Lusk and Freddie Deeb, and 17 times they showed me a bluff and laughed. You know, and that's a true story. But, you know, but then the rest of the story is that Marcel doubled me up and...
17 times.
Yes, 17 times they showed me a bluff, but I just had the patience to just lay it down, It was killing me.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I hit the final table that day and they were on the rail watching me,
Pass.
you know, I had a lot of chips.
So it's the big picture, huh? It's not about drawing the... Oh, look at this.
Raise or
That's
win.
drawing the line in the sand. Dangerous?
Well, let's see what the chip counts are
How
here,
much?
because Broadhurst may have to call. Did he raise it here, or did he just call before the flop?
I believe Broadhurst limped. And Burgess has moved from the big blind.
38,000 more.
Cool.
Call.
Cool.
Well, I mean, it's a little loose, but you know, I mean, it was the right time for him to call.
Yeah, bold.
Get the same ones in.
And Burgess needs to win the race to stay in this.
I mean, there you go, 51-48. I mean, it's a flip of a
Oh,
coin.
nice.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, grab a coin, flip it. If it comes up heads, Burgess wins. Comes up tail, tails, Broadhurst wins.
The only difference between them is Broadhurst will have 100,000 at least, regardless.
You'll hit your king.
I know, I just said the same thing.
And
Not a bad flop for the king jack. Now he needs a 5,
right.
a king, or a jack. I hate it when I have the 4s and the 5 comes on the turn.
Yeah, it could get counterfeited.
There's an 8. Now he needs a 5 and 8, a king, or a jack. Broadhurst does.
Better than 3 to 1.
A 6 and the 4s make a straight.
Right.
Cheers, he said. I don't know what he meant by that. Maybe that's good luck me or something.
That's thank you, I
Yeah.
think. But,
6 out of all those cards.
geez, I mean, this is the first time Burgess has kind of been back in it since, what, hand number 7, 8, 9? I mean, he's, how good is he feeling?
Yeah, he's right back in it. And you know what? If Broadhurst raises on the way in, Burgess might not even be able to play that hand. You know, I mean, he's sitting there with 4s, and he may decide to fold it or just call.
The stage is being set, Phil, for some real high tension here with 7 guys still in.
Yeah, Feldman's down to the bottom again.
I have less than 20 big blinds, that's all I know.
Pass. Pass.
I'm all in.
Raise all in. Pass.
Oh, wow. Here comes Feldman. I think
Oh, look
he's-
at that.
Yeah.
Feldman went all in with 10 jack. And Fraser folded the 5s.
Do we have a call?
Now, if Feldman folds his hand, this is interesting. Fraser would have raised, and then maybe this could easily have been. This could easily really end up hurting Burgess here, because Burgess had the 5s dominated, but against 10 jack, he's only a coin flipped. So it looks like Feldman had good timing. Although he's dominated with queen 10 behind him, the 2 8s.
He is looking at Feldman hard. I mean, what kind of decision is it? He's got 20,000 more than Feldman. No chips in the pot. Is this
Pass.